a video of Netanyahu defining himself as a terrorist several decades ago. I don't have the exact year.
What terrorists do is target the innocent deliberately. And therefore, my definition of terrorism is the systematic and deliberate attack, the murder, maiming, and menacing of innocents.
The murder, maiming, and killing of innocent people. That's how he defines a terrorist, which makes him, by definition, a terrorist.
For political goals. You can tell a lot about terrorists, but what happens when they come to power? Those who fight for freedom and come to power do not impose terrorism.
So what happens when a terrorist comes to power? They impose terrorism. Oh, that's interesting. What happened when Netanyahu came to power? He imposed terrorism.
Those who do, who fight in terroristic means, end up as being masters of terrorist states.
There it is, folks. Netanyahu defining himself as a terrorist. This is from several decades ago. He really is a terrorist. Israel now being led by a far-right cabal, a far-right terrorist regime that wants to wipe all Palestinians off the map. 16 days before October 7th, Netanyahu held up a map where Palestine was wiped off the map. So that's how open he was with it. It's not even a secret anymore. It hasn't been for many years that this far-right, messianic cabal of leaders in Israel want to wipe all Palestinians off the map. Now, there are many Israelis who also endorse this genocide, so I don't want to act like it's just these far-right messianic leaders, but they're obviously the ones making the decisions. And, you know, just to remind everyone, this has even been said by former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Olmert, who wrote in Haaretz about how this far-right messianic cabal of narcissists are involved in ethnic cleansing, want to wipe Palestine off the map. So even former Israeli prime ministers are saying this. Let's go through today's numbers, or actually this is as of 2 days ago. So the number killed by Israel in Gaza is 39,178. Now, the reason you don't hear the number 39,000 coming from media or even many independent outlets is because they're not including the people that are lost under the rubble that are almost definitely dead. The number is much higher than we're hearing. You generally hear 30,000, but it is 39,000 if you count those missing under the rubble. Injured, 73,000. Journalists killed, 132. Just to remind you, that is more journalists killed than the entirety of Vietnam, more journalists killed than the entirety of World War II, because Israel is targeting journalists, whereas in Vietnam, in World War II, there was very little targeting of journalists. Displaced, over 2 million. Completely destroyed homes, 106,000. Partially destroyed, 250,000. Press headquarters damaged, 175. Again, that's because Israel is aiming for press outlets. Damaged schools, 430. Destroyed in industrial facilities, 2,000. Healthcare professionals, 756 have been killed. And that also is because Israel is aiming for healthcare professionals, hoping to destroy the hospital and health systems across Gaza. Heritage sites. These are sites that have lasted for thousands of years, and 200 have been demolished or mostly demolished since the beginning of this, 150, whatever it is, 153 days ago. And think about that. Through all of the skirmishes, through all of the fights that this area of the world has seen over thousands of years, these places lasted. And yet Israel has bombed them and destroyed them in 150 days.